All right, this is Lisa Peterson with Tap Into More Joy. Today is our 4th week of how to feel more love now. So I'm really excited about this topic. I've learned a lot. I hope you're learning a lot about yourself and learning how to decrease some of the charge of big feelings when they come up and interfere with feeling loved. All right, so let's get into it. All right, let's start on our karate chop point. And some things that came up for me this week are when I have big feelings because of an interaction with a loved one, do I talk to them right away and tell them all my feelings? Or do I step off to the side and tap and try to decrease some of the charge that I have so I'm able to communicate better? And in the moment, I want to just tell them how I'm feeling and get it all off my chest. Rarely does that work out for the best for me and the people in my life. So I've been practicing choice number 2 of taking a minute to myself, tapping on my points, really taking responsibility for my feelings without immediately going to blame and unloading. So let's go back to the karate chop point. And so I want you to think about sometime this week or in the past month where you had big feelings that came up and you weren't really sure how to handle it and how to communicate it and in the best way possible for you and the people involved. And so hopefully this tapping today will help give you some tools and an idea of how to de-escalate yourself first before you go talk to the people involved. And sometimes you don't even need to talk to them if you can manage the feelings on your own. All right, so even though I had these big feelings this week, and I may or may not have expressed them in a messy way to my loved ones or work environment, I love and accept myself deeply and completely. Even though I had these big feelings and I wasn't sure what to do with them or how to manage myself and my relationships around these feelings, I love and accept myself deeply and completely. Even though I had big feelings and I felt a little bit out of control, sometimes a lot of bit out of control, I love and accept myself deeply and completely. All right, let's tap on those points. All right, I had these big feelings. I'm thinking of a particular incident, and I invite you to think of a particular incident in your life where you had big feelings and you needed some tools on how to manage those feelings. All right, all those big feelings, messy feelings, communicating these feelings in a messy way. Giving myself permission to make space for these feelings and knowing that these feelings are important indicators that either a need wasn't being met or an old belief that doesn't serve me anymore was surfacing, a belief that needs to be healed. Some of those beliefs could be, I'm not good enough to be respected, loved, seen, heard, collaborated with. Those are some things that can get in the way of feeling love. It's old beliefs that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, there's something wrong with you. So if you can identify a time where you had big feelings and they were hard to manage and you weren't feeling loved, see if you can either access them and see where you felt them or feel them in your body, or what kind of story or belief or idea do you have about yourself that was reinforcing, that brought up painful feelings. When you get in touch with that, open your eyes. Look hard down to the right, back to center. Hard down to the left, back to center. Make that big circle around the periphery of your vision to help detangle some of these connections we have made in our brain. so we can manage our emotions a little better and feel more love. Okay, all the way up. On the periphery, like you're looking around all the numbers of a clock. And then go the opposite direction. Know that your body is helping you to create new pathways and untangle old pathways and patterns so that you can feel more love. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. All right, back to the top. So if you identified a place in your body, one of your feelings, or a belief or a story that you have that's connected to those feelings, tap on that. So either I'm not good enough, or I had rage, all these feelings of you fill in the blank. Rage, frustration, irritation, impatience, anger, hopelessness, helplessness, sadness, grief, whatever your feeling is. See if you can just touch it just a little bit so that we can really integrate it with your system and heal it so that you can feel more love. All right, go to that gamut point, non-gamut point right here between your ring finger and pinky. And when you touch the feeling in your body, or the feeling, the label of the feeling, or the belief, open your eyes. Look hard down to the right. We're discharging all the strong connections, impulses, dynamite from this scenario. And oftentimes these big feelings, they started at an earlier age. We may not remember them, but if you invite your brain to conjure up some earlier incidents where you felt similarly, it might be good to discharge some of those. All right, back to center. So if you remember that, give yourself a lot of care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can imagine your earlier self. Just really give care. So whatever age you are, where you were feeling pain, you were feeling sadness, you were feeling those really big, difficult feeling. Just take a moment to really parent that self, to really send love, acceptance, understanding, compassion, empathy. Give that part of yourself, that age of yourself, that scenario, a hug and a listening ear and understanding and acceptance. It's okay that you felt that way. It's okay that you concluded you weren't good enough. And you are the parent now to yourself, all your earlier selves, versions of yourself, parts of yourself. You can give yourself the parenting and the care that you didn't get in those moments. If we get the listening, the care, in those moments where we have pain and trauma, then we can release it and heal it in the moment. But if we didn't get what we needed in those moments of pain and separation and doubt and fear, then our body holds on to them and they get bigger. So go back to those incidents and really give yourself the love that you needed. All right, 9 gamut point here. So imagine that self, that part that really needs love and care. So we're not broken. We just have parts of ourselves that need deeper care than what they've received. To be seen, to be heard, to be given the care, love, understanding, and acceptance that they need. Okay, open your eyes and look hard down to the right, back to center, and hard down to the left, back to center. And with me, Make your eyes go in a big, wide circle around the periphery of your vision. Imagine yourself receiving, really soaking in all the love, and go the other direction. That part of yourself really needed to hear, feel, and see. Give yourself the message that you are needing to hear, needing to feel, needing to see. That would have helped you know that you're lovable, know that you're enough, and know that you're worthy of being cared for, even in your most vulnerable moments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Especially in those vulnerable moments. So I want you to tell that part of yourself, that age of yourself, that version of yourself, that moment for yourself, that I choose to believe now that I'm worthy of care, compassion, love, understanding, and acceptance, even in my moments of deepest shame, pain, vulnerability, and feeling like a failure. Especially in those moments, I choose to believe I'm worthy of love and acceptance. I choose to give that to myself right now. With each breath in, you're taking in the love and the care that you are committed to giving yourself. All right, go back to the top. I commit and I choose to send myself acceptance and love, even if what happened was totally unacceptable. Even if I judge myself, I feel so much shame. Even if I have so much blame towards the other person, I accept and love myself deeply and completely. Even though I have these feelings of blame, shame, hurt, regret, pain, remorse, envy, jealousy, hurt, all those feelings that sometimes it's hard to admit to ourselves, right? It's okay. It's okay. All right. 9 gamut point. Imagine the parent side of you offering love. If you can think of a symbol or a color that represents this moment, this feeling of care, concern, love, acceptance for yourself, for those parts of yourself that don't feel lovable, that don't feel acceptable. The place of healing starts with accepting what is. So let's just accept what is, love it, and then we can heal it and change it. All right, look hard down to the right and center, hard down to the left and center. Make that big circle and bring that love, that color, that symbol into your system. Then go back the other way. You can go slower than I'm going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. All right, I choose to accept myself and all my mistakes, all my flaws, all the times where I made choices that I'm not proud of, all those times that I felt upset with other people and I blamed other people for my hurt. I'm sending myself a lot of love and acceptance, especially in those moments when I felt most alone, where I felt like I was the only person, I don't know, to ever feel this, to ever make those sort of choices or mistakes or experience those painful scenarios. When I felt most alone, I can accompany myself. I can stand next to myself, put an arm around myself, look at myself in the mirror, tell myself I'm enough. I am enough. Let's go back to and do one more round. Go back to your karate chop point. I want you to notice how you're feeling now about that incident. Notice how you felt in the beginning. How strong were those big feelings? Feelings of hopelessness, despair, hurt. And notice if they've decreased in the intensity. So even though there's still some intensity to my big feelings, I know that I can manage my feelings and stay safe in my communication with myself and other people. Even though I may still have these feelings, I know that I can decrease the intensity and be okay. Even though I still have these big feelings sometimes, and I don't know how to handle them, I'm okay and it's okay. And I'm learning how to cope and manage them in a better way. I accept myself. I accept my past, my future, my present. And I'm committed to working on decreasing the intensity of these feelings so that I can know how to manage them with myself and with other people. I'm feeling a little more settled and able to think about my incident. And on the karate chop point, take a deep breath in. I wonder if you're feeling more love for yourself now. And the funny thing is, when we feel more love for ourselves from a true, deep, peaceful place, we accept more love from other people. So I hope you're feeling more love now and that you felt a decrease in the intensity of those big feelings that were getting in the way of feeling love. And I hope you join me next week, and we're going to start a new topic, and stay tuned. I'll see you then.